Thank you everybody for watching this video. Push the like button, leave a comment, subscribe, and push that notification bell. It will help us tremendously to grow this channel. We have a bunch of stuff coming out for you, the fans, unique content, so please stay tuned. All right, JHK here for the All-Star, and joining me right now is UFC featherweight Lenny Kravitz. Lenny?
Hold on. Just because you said it, I got to bring it out. I'm learning lessons. Give me about 2 to 3 months, and your boy's going to have like 3 songs down. Perfecto.
For real. Well, man, Andre, man, it's good to see you, man. It's always in good spirits. And how's life, man? You're going to be going up to featherweight. That 10 extra pounds must be lovely.
Oh, definitely it is. Because one, I get to eat, and 2, that brings a smile to my face. And like I said, the sacrifice I had to do to make it to 35, I don't have to look at it or, even bring it to my table or a thought. So be able to eat, be able to be me be able to honestly open up and just be free. Like I'm a hummingbird, and the only time you get to sit there and see the bird flop backwards and forward, it's when it's able to be itself.
Without, dieting, of course you still have to diet a little bit because you're an athlete, you have to eat clean, but without that extreme dieting and the weight cutting, in your future, how has that changed training camp for you?
Big time. Because when I was going to 35, it was literally basically like my training and everything stops about 2 weeks out, 2 to 3 weeks out, where I got to basically focus more on cutting weight. So you're not getting all the knowledge that you need or, to be able to intake and everything. So for me, it was always stopping. My camp stopped 2 to 3 weeks beforehand. And it's like, yeah, people keep telling me, yeah, I'm strong. When I'm at 45, and I still have 10 pounds to go. They'll tell me that I'm strong. I'm looking good. I look fast, but I'm looking good and looking fast at 45. And while I'm doing everything and what I want to do at 45. And then it's like that other side is, I still got 10 more pounds to go, So big difference in the whole training camp and everything.
The last time we saw you fight was in July. After that, did you take some time off? I know you're having a hell of a time being a father, and it's lovely, man.
Definitely. And from the awkward situation, I have a lot more time with them. Granted, even the times that I'm away from them, when I end up having the chance to take full advantage of everything. So I've been taking them places like the aquarium and stuff like that. When I get back, it's going to be Disneyland and the zoo, So I'm going to take full advantage of everything I am or doing with my boys. So I'm like all smiles with that. But again, be able to breach and be prepared for everything that's coming my way, because July was a tough loss. I felt like it was a fight that was done early, but not taking credit from Julio and everything. Dude was a great opponent, great dude. Wish I ended up taking that one back, and that's the fight before that. So let's call it what it is. I'm on an 0-2 streak at this moment, and I gotta make sure I end up winning with the year. So I gotta have a one with this too.
For yourself, coming off, a loss, how easy is it for you to like put that behind you, put that in the rearview mirror, or is it just linger for you and you just use it as fuel?
Man, just like Ariana Grande when she came out with the song Next, that's like my jam to this day, and every time it comes on, I'm dancing. So anyways, with that, it's next. At the end of the day, thank you, but next. We can't dwell off the past. The only thing we can do is take what I was dwelling on or whatever that was on there and use it as to improve. Like what I took out of there, I was waiting, and time, it just actually jumped up on me where I shouldn't have been waiting. So now you're not going to be able to see me waiting. You're going to end up seeing me do what I do best.
When you see some guys move up a weight class and then they step on the scale, they're like, damn, how did they even make the weight that they made before? Do you feel like that's what they're going to say about you?
100%. I think 100%. Because, like, they're already saying it at 35. You got to, like they all know it. And, this even USADA felt the same way. That's why they kept popping up in my house and everything. Like, I literally see them, like, every 3 weeks. And they know that that's what they were doing. But, again, at 4 or 5, they don't, it's more natural. Like, the size I am, I'm big. I'm actually a bigger guy. I know the frame doesn't look as much, but I'm big, and at the end of the day, I have a reach of 76, I know it says 5'8", but I'm like I'm 5'10", 5'10 and a half. Um, like you could end up like there's a picture of me standing next to Max. Like Max is like a full. I know it says 5'11", but he's 6 foot. Plus he had the super Nikes on, right? So me standing next to him, is kind of like one of those. Max is the taller guy in our weight class, and there's like I believe it's Zabit that follows up next, or he's taller, and then now since I'm here, it's me. So it's kind of like it's me perfectly fit. And I know I got like a little or smaller waist, but I got power that honestly picks up everything. So it's automatically good there.
Yeah, definitely. And for training for this camp, has it been the same cast of characters?
Uh, Definitely. Jalen been actually been more involved with coming in. I've been picking it up with all my other coaches, including my brother and my cousin with the conditioning, because clearly I have to make sure that I have that in. This fact is that I'm moving up weight, so I got to be strong and at the same time still able to keep on moving right after. But it's like the little small text that we got to end up pushing on, because like Jalen had a pretty cool coach that's from Russia. I forget his name at this moment, but yeah, he came in, started working with Jalen, and Jalen basically got me to go up in there, or asked me, or I asked, etc. How you gonna place it? But I jumped up in there and kind of had fun with that. So picked up a lot of smart and cool techniques, to end up adding and applying what's next. And then right now, we just scored a touchdown. I'm a Cowboys fan, so everybody that's watching, Cowboys just scored. Yes, we're playing against the Saints, and I am a Cowboy fan, so I'm actually really happy. So if you'd be like, why is his eyes looking to the right? It's because the Cowboys are playing right now. Okay, so I had to tell you that. Okay.
Yeah, I'm rooting for the Cowboys. So I'm not a Cowboy fan, but I got Amari Cooper on my fantasy team, so I need him to score some touchdowns.
Right now, I know he had one big play. I know he ain't scored, but he'll probably end up scoring since we just opened it up a little bit of a air package, and I know they're going to end up trying to like cut that, but that means more things are going to be open for people. So points for you, because I need him to keep scoring too.
Yeah, for sure. Man, this matchup though, man, like they give you a great matchup. This is a fire, like for real, like fight of the night. You guys gonna sit in the middle, and you guys gonna slang them things. What do you see?
And 100% how you said it, slang them things. Like I actually like that. To be honest, it is. I feel it's potential fight of the night, or actually his fight of the night might be fight of the year type thing. Jourdain has been the person that I wanted to fight since last year. That's just me being frank, because everybody knew I already was on the mindset of stepping up in weight, And every time that I'm on Twitter and Jourdain fought, I'm a fan, and he's exciting. Just like I said, he throws. He has a black belt, but he only uses it if you end up giving him the neck, or you keep it there. It's kind of like Aldo. Like, yeah, he's a black belt, but you don't use it, or he doesn't use it unless he's getting up, or you give him up, giving up the neck and everything. So I feel like that's a perfect matchup, and I'm excited about it because no matter how you end up looking at it, it's about to be a banger.
Yeah, and he also sits pretty well in the division too. It's not like you're fighting someone that's like way low in the division. This guy is in the middle, moving up. You beat him, it kind of puts you in the mix, like right there in like that 20 range.
You are not lying, because just the fact is, and let's be honest, the person that he fought beforehand, I believe it's what was the last fight? I forgot his name. De La Rosa. No. Yeah, it's a brain fart, and 100% apologies on that, because the guy's actually cool as hell, and I like his striking as well. But his last loss, and it was one of those you would have won. You were looking at a ranked opponent next, and then the fight before that, it's like, you're looking at a ranked opponent. So yeah, he ended up losing, winning, tying. How you end up looking at it. It's these situations of he's right there knocking on the door, just like me. I was right there at bantamweight knocking at the door. It was just the luck. Like, be honest, if I would have won those two fights, either they would have gave me a ranked opponent, or I would have already been in a ranking, or it's one of those situations, But you end up taking what you can, and where they place. And me, I'm not picky. No matter what. At the end of the day, I'm not picky. I'm going to end up doing my job. So with Jourdain, I believe that's a great fight for me, and I'm going to take full advantage of it. I'm not going to honestly just throw by it and feel like it's like it's a fight that I'm just going to run over. No, he has my respect, and me showing him that he has my respect is by beating him.
Yeah, the matchmakers, they know what they're doing with this fight, giving you an opportunity, giving him an opportunity to get back in there too. And what do you see, man? What do you see? How do you see? What picture in your mind? What do you envision?
Well, one, you just said it. You said it the best. It's going to be slanging things. I feel like that's what's going to happen in the first round, and I'm going to treat every round like it is the first round. My mindset and goal is to basically knock him out. It's not nothing else, nothing extra. I'm going to try to finish this fight. That's my goal, and I feel like I will finish the fight in the first round. If it follows up to the second, again, I'm treating the second as the first round. So my eyes is first round. At the end of the day, 1, 2, 3, first, all first rounds. Everything that's automatically set up on there.
Yeah, yeah. When you watch him fight, he kind of has this attitude of like, "Oh, you're trying to knock me out? Okay."
I'm
Everything that
not.
he probably planned is goes out the window, and he's just trying to bag with you.
And saying that that's what they all yell at me about because I be doing the same thing. So, like I said, it's like a mirror match. Like
Yeah.
I have the hand, he has the feet, and we're gonna end up colliding and try to make it make sense. So, and I feel like it will make sense in walking out with 50 extra K on top of what I'm making that night.
Yeah, definitely. 3 checks, right?
3 checks,
Yeah.
and if they want, they can go ahead and add 4. I'll
Yeah.
take 4. I'm
Lenny,
not mad at it.
Lenny 3 checks. Kravitz.
You know what I mean? If you see the guitar somehow pop in my hand, I slammed it. I'm about to break. I'm making noises out there.
You
Yeah.
might have to. You might have to. Someone might have to throw a guitar to the cage for
You
you
feel me?
after.
And look, I'm gonna sign it too as I break it. At the same time, they're gonna be like, "How you do it?" I don't know. He did it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make it happen.
for sure. Another one more question, man, for you. PTSD, like PTSD in combat sports, from like injuries, bad weight cuts, losses, damage maybe taken in a fight. Do you think it exists in MMA, and what effects are there?
Definitely. I end up sitting this in, like for me, uh, for the forearm that I've been like speaking of when I fought Martinez, when that ended up happening, you end up dealing with it more at practice, and you kind of like shy away from the situation. And then just like lucky for me, I'm the type that just constantly keeps forgetting things because with something broken, I'm going to constantly keep swinging with it, regardless of the situation. It's it's survival of the fittest. It's one of those, if your life is on the line, what are you doing? Are you just going to sit there and fall over, or are you going to fight back? Me, I'm the type of person that fights back. So I feel like it does take, or it does weigh in on a lot of fighters, and even with the mental state that ends up happening, it's like I had it. I definitely had it before I walked in, and still have it, after. Even awful, or even off of, like I said, the my son, mother, and I, didn't work, but I was broken for a moment, like when I say broken, I was literally broken, and people built me back up. And yeah, with me and her, definitely cool. We were co-parenting and like the mess out of it, but you still end up engaging certain things, and it's trauma that brings up past, and it lingers. So more with the injuries, more with the mental, everything ends up following cases that you can't just ignore it. You just got to honestly adapt to it and move forward. It's every step, and then the people that you're around, that's the ones you got to end up showing more love to, because those are the ones that are actually going to honestly push you forward to make you forget about certain things. And that's like a message to anybody and everybody that honestly goes through this, or is going through it right now or currently. You're not alone. I'm there with you. We can honestly make things better by stepping forward together. you know
One last thing. Besides like the kids, I have kids too. What keeps you up at night?
Besides my boy. So, what keeps me up at night, it's my mind, man. I'm gonna be real with you. Like, my head goes through a million things. Like, I went through so much stuff through my life. Like, like, yeah, it's very dramatic, and I'm not just like talking about, like, what's I went through with the whole kids and everything. It's the process of seeing, people get murdered in front of you and stuff like that. Like, it takes a big damage. So it's like nightmares kick in. And that's what keeps me up. And then there's that other side where you're too excited. And for me, I'm excited and happy because I know where I came from. And when I sit there and say the bottom, like, dude, I came from nothing into the bottom. So people that end up basically able to relate with me, or feel that that we kind of share a lot of things in common, those little small situations. Like, you're always going to connect with somebody that went through something or went through a process that's very similar. Like, it's like, hey, I'm a father. You end up screaming that in a hallway, someone else is going to be like, yeah, me too, and it's going to feel that. And even if you don't say it, you still connected because you're a father, or, hey, I'm a single father, or I'm a single dad. Hey, et cetera, et cetera. It's like, it's you finding things that connect, that connect you with everything else. So that's honestly how I feel, and putting it there.
Definitely, man. And man, it's been great just talking with you throughout your UFC career. I recommend people go back to the first interview we did.
Facts.
The Reebok cowboy boots, they never hooked you up. I'm still mad about that.
I don't know, they did it, but I did bring the boots back on Saturday. So if anybody that's ended up watching with the boots, I brought them back on Saturday, and if you're wondering what he's talking about, you can literally see the Reebok steel sticker on the boots. It's happening. Yeah.
All right, well, Saturday, December 18th, UFC Fight Night Las Vegas. Thank you, Andre, for the time, man.
Hey, as always, thank you for having me.